What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chat Box. My name is Ryan, and welcome to 5 things we've learned from Game Week 3. If you are new, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and let me know one thing you learned from Game Week 3. Having said all of that, let's get into the video. Alright, inning number 1, template changing. Now, we've seen a kind of shift over the template. Like in the last game week, we saw most of the premium defenders returning binary digit numbers of ones and zeros. We saw with midfielders, pricey midfielders like Sun not delivering. We've seen Salah not look his best, but still managed to get one goal. Haaland, Jesus also a bit unlucky not to get more than one goal in their games. So is there a shift in the template? It seems like it, especially when it comes to big at the back. There seems to be a bit of a change in terms of going from double Liverpool defense to maybe let's consider maybe a single Liverpool defense. Maybe Nathan Ake's injury will cause problems for City's defense as well. We'll have to see. There seems to be like a slight change in the template. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the template is changing or do you think it's still strong? Let me know in the comments. For me, it seems like there is a small change. But yeah, that's number 1. In number 2, Chelsea problems continue. Now, Chelsea 3-0 loss to Leeds, probably not what we expected, but the problems in the team, it's like a team that doesn't seem right for some reason. They like Tuchel hasn't been able to get the best out of Chelsea this season. We've mentioned it on the channel multiple times before. Where are their goals going to come from? We're not really sure. Playing Reece James at right centre back doesn't seem to work because he's probably one of your best attacking threats as well. So play him at right wing back instead, but he's being played at right centre back. They badly need that third centre back to be able to probably put him in the right wing back slot. So right now at Chelsea, it seems a bit of a mess. Now, while I still think that defense is solid and having players from their defense is also not a bad issue, their attack is a problem. Like I mentioned, where are they going to find goals? They are currently in the last 3 games. They are in the bottom 6 for XG non-penalty, and that's basically bottom 6 for XG non-penalty in the last 3 games, and they have a XG non-penalty of 3.32. Only Forest, Southampton, West Ham United, Leicester, and Bournemouth are below them. So it kind of shows you where Chelsea are in terms of attacking wise. I don't know where they're going to find the goals, but we'll see. That's the current situation. You let me know in the comments. Should we continue with double Chelsea defense if the attack is not firing? Would that be putting them more under pressure? Let me know in the comments. Moving on, Brighton defensively solid. Now we were talking about a team that wasn't solid, but now we're going to a team that is solid. Brighton looked pretty good at the back. At the start, we had some questions with regards to they've lost their main players. Will that be an issue for them? But no, Graham Potter is a really good manager, system-focused manager as well, and Brighton are performing well. If you wanted a defense and you wanted like a team that's doing well, Brighton right now are probably a team that you want. A lot of people have a Ward and Iverson goalkeeper combo, and you're looking to go to another goalkeeper. Sanchez is a pretty solid keeper. 8 points against West Ham United, can't complain. Brighton also a team really good and currently third for XG considered. So only Arsenal and City have better defenses than Brighton in the last 3 games. So it shows where they are right now, and I think their defense is still solid. Fixtures are still pretty good. I'm happy to keep Sanchez as my keeper going ahead until at least the first wild card. So if you're looking for a keeper, Sanchez. If you're looking for a Brighton defender, not a bad option. Dunk even also pretty good option. But yeah, Brighton, pretty good. Let's move on to number 4. Haaland, rotation imminent. Now, Pep Guardiola came back after the match and said that when City have midweek fixtures, you're not going to see Haaland playing every game, which means is rotation imminent for Haaland. Now, we shouldn't be surprised that rotation and Manchester City, those two words go hand in hand. We all know Pep Roulette will strike whenever the iron is hot, and I wouldn't be surprised if Haaland gets rotated quite often for Champions League games or even cup fixtures, but I highly doubt for cup fixtures. At the start, he won't get rotated probably. He'll probably play the Prem games, but Champions League fixtures, he could get rotated for that. So he could get rotated in the Prem to be playing Champions League. Now, the question is, do we sell immediately or do we wait? Obviously, Kane is doing pretty well, firing goals in. The question, for me at least, I think we maybe wait 1 or 2 games before we actually make a decision. If Haaland plays the upcoming game in Game Week 4, plays 90 minutes, keep Haaland for Game Week 5. See what happens. Because Game Week 5 is our first midweek fixture, and then we kind of get an idea of how Pep is going to handle him. Would he get 60 minutes? Would he not start but come off the bench and get about 30 minutes? Those are questions that we don't have answers to yet. So we probably need to take a slight gamble in keeping him, even if he was to not start in Game Week 5, to just get some information to know how many minutes he will play and what's the situation with regards to his rotation. So we kind of need to take that risk. If you don't want to take that risk, then Kane is a good option to move sideways if you wanted to. Maybe even Darwin Núñez, once he comes back from his ban, could be another option for you to look into moving as well. But that's number 4. Let's move on to number 5. United leapfrog Liverpool. I wouldn't have thought United would be able to pull it off, but the moment I saw that lineup with Varane and Malaysia instead of Maguire and Shaw, I was like a bit more confident, because I was like, this is the defense we wanted to see. It's almost as if playing a good centre back and a good left back meant that Martinez's height wasn't really an issue. He went from being 5'9", everyone complaining about his height, to maybe no one actually speaking about his height and him probably being the best player on the pitch. But on the other side, Liverpool's problems still continue. They haven't managed to pick up a win. They didn't create too many chances as well in the United game. Defensively, I think if you're on a double Liverpool defense, I would look to probably get rid of Robertson. He's been subbed out for Tsimikas quite often as well now. I would probably keep Trent. I would get rid of Robertson. There are plenty of other options like Perisic, even maybe Cucurella if you wanted to. You got the Arsenal defense in Zinchenko, Saliba. So there are good options returning more points than a double Liverpool defense right now. So I'm happy for you to drop Robertson, free up funds to put that fund somewhere else in midfield or strikers, because right now there isn't the value that you're getting from a double Liverpool defense is almost non-existent. So I would probably move that out. But Manchester United on that hand, if you have Rashford still, I would probably keep him for the next game, Southampton, and I think the next one after that is Arsenal, or no, not Arsenal. Let me check. So Southampton, and the next one Leicester. Leicester also not really great defensively, and then Arsenal. So the next 2 games at least, if you have Rashford, I would probably keep, because he's going to be facing teams that have defensively not that great. Same thing for any other United attacker. If you have Sancho, I would probably keep. If you're looking to bring in Martial, could work as a punt, but I don't know if he'll start. I would expect him to probably start the next game. But if you have the other 2 attackers, I think I'm okay with you keeping them. Defense is still a bit suspect. We've still shown that we can't keep a clean sheet properly, but the rest is good. Anyways, those are my 5 things that we learned from Game Week 3. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And also let me know what you've learned from Game Week 3. If you're new, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Thank you all for watching. My name is Ryan from the Football Chat Box. I'll see you all later.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't